right, Humblebees, this is Rosie, and I wanted to come on here and just train a few minutes because I've gotten multiple people with questions, and I figured it's a perfect time to talk about um, holiday parties with an open house and kind of give my take on it. Um, and then if you have other questions, you can let me know. But I think it's like something to really start looking at now, as October is pretty much getting to the end, and November starts needing to get, like, you need to start planning November and December. And so I won't go into all the details of how to run a holiday party, because we have been doing that at Mary Kay Mondays, and you've gotten like tips, and there's been people that have talked about, the red lip parties, and you wear this and do this and this theme and all of that, right? But what I want you to give you is like a bigger picture of like these parties and how to kind of do it with like a little bit of an open house. And so and how to intertwine them, right? Because for normally, and remember, we're going to continue to have holiday trainings during Mary Kay Mondays, but during the Mary Kay Mondays, and when we talk about open houses, they don't really, at one point we did them in studios, and you had all these people, and you can invite friends, and so is it okay to have a actual open house one day? Absolutely. Can you combine them with pampering? Absolutely. And I feel like in the last couple years, I have done that, and it has been very successful. So versus saying, okay, you also know your customers, right? So when you're like, oh, I'm going to be there from 9 in the morning to 5 p.m. doing an open house, that's a long time to do an open house, right? And unless you have all of these people that are going to be coming to your house all day, I wouldn't sit there for just 8 hours, okay? Because that means that you're not holding a party, you're not able to have another event. I would do small blocks of time. So option one is that you say, hey, I'm going to do an open house. I'm going to do it this, Friday from 7 to 9, or I'm going to do it Saturday from 10 to 12, or I'm going to do Saturday 10 to 12 and 1 to 3, right? Or 2 to 4. And so it gives you the breaks in between to call people for the next one. You're not exhausted just waiting, trying to be all like, ready for people, and then like all day going, and then you have one here and one there. It also condensed them into time, like a time, so you have more people that are actually coming at a certain time. The other thing that I've done is I've been combining them with like a party. And so let's say that I'm doing a Friday night. I could say holiday open house from 6 to 7, stay for pampering at 7. So they come in, they mingle, they get to have some treats, they get to see what I'm doing. I could still do set and hands on them, but then they're there and they stay for the pampering. So if they didn't get anything before the open house during that time, once they stayed for pampering, that they fell in love with it, they could shop. So getting them in through the door might be to like, hey, let's just sip and shop, but you're going to stay for some pampering. And then I could talk to them about their friends. So I think it's important, because then on the flip side, you might have a person that you're not going to really say, hey, come to my open house, but you could say, come for pampering. And guess what? They're going to see some products. So when you do this open house slash party, you have the table set up as a skincare class, but you have a table to a side that has some holiday products. And we'll talk about what that setup looks like. But then you can also combine those that are new for a skincare class. And then you could do another one that you can combine with color. So all of your color people that are pending color, you can say, come for a holiday makeover. So some you come for a skincare, then those that come for a color maker, you say, hey, I want you to come to a color makeover. And they come at a certain time for a color makeover, but they get to see all the products. Then those clients that are due for a color makeover, you're like, hey, come see the stuff I have for the holidays, right? And you could just stay for the color makeover. And so you are like double dipping, because I know that there's probably no one on the Humblebee unit that I could say you have hundreds of customers that you're going to have people all day in and out. Okay. So this allows you to do pockets of time. I also you recommend that you do it on the same weekend. So like if you can leave a setup in your house, let me rephrase that. And you have a table that you could set up for the 2 months before the holidays, that's a whole different story. I would leave it up, because then if you leave it up, anybody who comes for a facial, a makeover, whatever, they're already seeing your stuff. And the more you can do in your house, the better. But if you can't, and it's like, I got to set it up for this weekend, then I would suggest that you would do it again Friday morning, Saturday, and Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. You pick time slots. Maybe you do a different class for each of those, right? So that there are the point is that they are coming for a class, a makeover, and whether it's skincare and makeup, and you are showing the open house products. Now, when I do the open house product, like I do that and I have the products out, I have testers. So let's say I have a little Balara gift set. It'll have the Balara lotion. Let's say I have the Mint Bliss. I'm going to have the Mint Bliss with the socks. Let's say that I have satin hands. Like I do have it set up for it ready for packaging. Now, some people like to have a lot of them. They have a lot of inventory and you want to set it all up. That's fine. If you don't want to set it all up because you don't have that much, then I recommend that you have just one of each and you take orders. Okay, say this is what I have. Okay, and you take orders. There are sheets that basically say wish list. They've been on the Camp Holiday ones, and they're on on our social media and on the files. And those sheets allow you can print them out, and it allows people to write their wish list, like get people who they want to see. So like if they're that they are coming specifically for holiday shopping, I always talk to them. This is part of the coaching, and I'm like, hey, you're gonna do this holiday shopping. I want you to come with your gift list. Okay, I want you to start. It can happen, I could say. Some people are good with just getting things on the fly. Some people are not. And they're like, oh, I just got to think about it. I don't know how much I want to spend on this person. Versus I've had people that have come and say, look, I got to get 10 teachers and I want to spend 10 or $15. I need to give to like so-and-so, which are family members, and I want to spend a good $50. This one, I need to spend a lot on this person, right? And so they're already coming with that in their mind. And if they're coming already processing who they got to give gifts for, your chances of sales are higher at that event. So you got to coach them. Okay, you got to coach them. And then when they come in, they get to try products. So I think it's important that you kind of double dip. And that was my whole point with this training. Let's start double dipping. Let's start combining these open houses with these classes. And then your classes, let's go now to your classes. Your classes always should have a holiday flair. So if you're doing the makeup, give it a fall look, right? If it's in November, like Thanksgiving, like with fall and the browns and whatever you can do. If it's already getting to Christmas, like after that, you can do like the red lips, right? Those are the little themes you can do. You can have egg. Love themes. And so you're already getting them in the Christmas and in the holiday mindset. Okay. Or your outside party. So what do I do when I have an outside party? I do have a basket. I have a big wicker basket. And what I did is I put a red and white bow on it so it looks Christmassy or holiday. And I have all of the products in there. So I always take a product like the satin hands and I put the tissue with the bow and all that to make it look Christmassy. I always have a coffee and cream mug because those are the ones that sell the most. A coffee and cream mug is a hand cream with a coffee mug, and I put a hot chocolate packet, and anything that is lips, which I always put in there. I would put this year the Balara, right? I would put the perfume with the lotion. I would put the Mint Bliss with the socks, right? I would put maybe a lipstick in there that's limited edition. And so I'll have them. So at my parties, if I physically go to somebody's house, okay, I will get the basket, I will set it up in a corner, on a table, on somewhere, and I will put those products for display. Like I'll put like the little basket that I have, the satin hands, and in the basket it has things for them to try. And I do let them know. I don't say nothing at the beginning of the class because I want the class to be focused on the class. So if I have a hostess, I'm doing a facial, I'm doing, like a party, I'm focusing at the party. And at the end, I will say, hey, you guys, I just want to let you know as we're wrapping, up, we meet one-on-one, you do your closing your sales, right? That I do have a basket up there and it has some of our holiday limited edition items. So if you want to take a scent, like smell the scents, or you want to try something, you can, because I do offer gift giving services during the holiday times. And I just want you to get a sneak peek of just a couple things that are there. I don't bring everything. I don't do a display. It's literally the basket. It has a couple things and I take the mug out so that they could see it. And what I do that is different is on my clothes. And this is why you want to start thinking about that now, so that you have these dates already booked, like in your mind, like you're already setting whatever date in November, right? So you're booking them and you're saying, hey, I just want to let you know that I do gift giving, right? And so I would love to invite you to my holiday open house, right? It's going to be on this day, or this is why you double. Like, well, why don't you come over? We could do color. Now, if she's going to do color, let me go back. If she's going to do color and be a hostess, you're going to do that. And you invite her to the open house. But if she's not going to host for whatever reason, you want her to come to your color class because all of your products for the holidays are set up there. So that's how I get them. So you're going to book them. You're going to tell them what the date is. Do you want to bring some of your friends? Yes. Hey, listen, before you go, if you haven't checked it out, check out some of the holiday products. I do gift giving for the holidays. I would love to get together. She's going to tell you if she's super interested or not, then you invite her to the open house. But if she's like, well, it's just going to be me, whatever. I'm like, well, why don't you come that day? We do your color. So you got to learn to play with it. But that's why it's so important that you combine your little open houses with your appointments, so that you are working smarter. Especially if, like, just bring a friend that day. Like, I would want it at my house. Now, if you don't have the luxury of doing that, then you're always going to have a basket, and everywhere you go, you do that. And you might be the one that, instead of doing a holiday open house at your house, you have it in the form of a trunk, right? So you're going to go to your parties and you're going to say, I have more, like, hey, I'll The other thing that you can do with a holiday open house is, I recommend that you do at least one of them on a Zoom where you can record it, record some of the products, right? Whether you want to go every week at a certain time on your Facebook customer page and you're going to announce a product. Hey, this week we're going to talk about this one. This week we're going to talk about this one. This week we're going to talk about this one. And you like feature a product. That's one thing. But if not, I usually do a virtual one. I invite everybody to the virtual one. I record it and I send that recording out and say, hey, consultant, I should say. And so you can go on there, do a quick recording and say, hey, I just want to talk about them in Bliss. Look at these socks. We do footsie rolls, or you can wrap them like this, or you can put it in a cup. Like, this is such a great thing. If you like, here's the Balara. If you're looking for like a scent, you can match this together. I was thinking of the other one, the men's, right? So the men's, you can do the men's set by itself with 2 washes, or you can break them out and do like the cologne with the wash and the other cologne with the wash. And so if you do something that you do a holiday, like a little, Zoom or online virtual one, and you record that, you can send it out to people. So even if people are tied up and they're tired, and or they're in a different state and they don't get to come to your open house, but they want to, you always have that video that you can use throughout the holiday season to send it to them. Now, that video should be really short. Like, that video should be like no more than, I try for it not to be more than 10 minutes. I really shoot for 5, but that's almost impossible for me. So I try for it to be no more than 10 minutes so that people could go on and they could try the products. Okay. The one last thing that I wanted to tell you about that and we'll talk about it in next week's training, is the adopt a grandparent, or anything similar to that. But I always carry the adopt a grandparent, an example in there as well. So because I've been doing that for over a decade, whenever I put my holiday products, I do the stuffed animal with the mint bliss and the socks, and I mention it. Okay. And we'll train on that next week, for those that want to do it. But I'm always mentioning it because I'm always thinking about holiday products. And here's the other thing. When you start getting people that start buying stuff from you, like I have a customer that was on one of the things that I did, and right away she text me, I'm getting those mint blisses for my friends. Like, so interestingly enough, she has been giving her friends, her closest friends, she has 4 of them, mint bliss and socks. She did it 1 year, they loved it. She did it a second year, she did it a third year. And this is like her fourth year, because I did it maybe 4th or 5th year. So right away she saw the thing and she's like, I need to order those mint blisses and those socks because I know that my friends are looking forward to it. So once you start getting people to like get a product from you, you start building that customer base of people that want to do their holiday shopping with you. Now let me talk about packaging. Again, if you have a big turnout and you know that people are doing it, you're going to a school, you're doing, I don't know, you just have a lot of friends and you want to have multiple, fine. If not, I would do just a couple and you have the samples and you take orders from there. If you're at an event and somebody's like, I want that coffee and cream mug right now, you sell it and you make another one, right? But the whole point is that you're getting these orders of the products that they need and then you're making them. If you're savvy, do the mug, do the cello, do the ribbons, do all of that. If you're not, and you're just like, I can't do that, Rosie, well then buy gift bags. What I'm going to suggest though, is you do not go to the Dollar Tree to buy the big gift bags. Okay. Dollar Tree gift bags are great for like a little birthday. They're going to throw them away, but Dollar Tree gift bags are kind of cheapy. Like they're not the same. You can have a theme and you just go online. Nashville Wraps has them. I think it's Nashville Wraps. It's Nashville Wraps. That's where I buy them from. So you could get a theme and it brings all different sizes, right? And you buy them. And so they're really great quality. And you buy a pack of tissue and you can just say any holiday gift comes with the bag and tissue and a little tag, so you don't even have to worry about it. So if you're like, I'm great, I want to wrap a gift, wrap the gift. If you don't want to wrap the gift, give a bag. And so when your customers see how nice it is, how you take the time, remember they could come in person, they could do a virtual appointment and you can show them everything and talk to them about their budget, that you deliver, you give them a gift bag. And here's the deal, you can CDS something and it costs you $6. And then you can even mail them the bags and the bags only cost you, $5 or $6 to mail. You see what I'm saying? And you have these sales. You will become a person that they're depending on for holiday shopping, which is amazing. So I want to open it up. Does anybody have any questions regarding open houses, sales?
No, but all great information.
Thank you. And you want to start doing that now, okay? You want to start planning that now. Like it's already the 21st, but like, I know that if you go to the stores, you're already starting to see Christmas stuff up. So like, I normally wait. That's just me. Like I start turning that holiday gear for November. So like you want to start booking that now so that you're intentional about booking your holidays, your holiday events. Any questions? Other questions or comments? Oh. Okay. Well then, no. Are you going to say something?
You said you're going to talk about adopt a grandparent next weekend?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, next weekend. What am I saying next week?
Next month. Yeah, I'll do it next Monday. And we'll kind of talk about it. If you're seeing this, what I would probably just say is start thinking about places, right? But there is a strategy to that as well. And I will provide all that information for it. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let me stop the recording. And for those watching, I am excited for major, great holiday sales and a profitable selling holiday season for you.